Hello and welcome to Business Simulation Learning module. In this video, we will explain the feature Manage Finished Goods Requirement.
When planning the juice production, there are several important things that need to be considered. We plan to produce juice with the goal of achieving the best possible profit. We must understand the capacity of workers in producing juice. We also need to check the cash in bank to purchase juice production needs. Then, we need to understand the types of fruits that are the company's specialties to ensure the juice production plan runs accurately. On the initial display, we click Production on the toolbar on the left side. Then, click Manage Finished Goods Requirement. And we will be redirected to another display. In the upper left display, you can see the plans you have made in previous periods. But you can edit the quantity of your planning in periods that have already passed. There is information on the total plans that we have made during one period. You can plan without any limitations. You can fill in the plans exceeding the production capacity. However, when your total planning exceeds the production capacity, the process will stop when you are about to confirm your production order. Then on the right side, there is information regarding the number of workers who are ready to produce, which can also be added or reduced at any time. Next to it is information about the total production capacity that can be performed by the workers. Then, there is information about the total production where we can see the amount of production we have carried out during one period for all types of juice. Then, the last one is information on how much juice we can still produce during that period. Available production capacity may change when adding or reducing workers. There are three types of juice that you can produce: fruit punch, orange, and grape. For each type of juice, there is a feature where you can produce juice using concentrate, which can be purchased or produced, and you can also produce juice using fruit. Concentrate is a semi-finished goods where the product is still in the form of syrups in the cans. Additional filtered water is required to turn the concentrate into finished goods that are ready to be sold to regular customers. Concentrate can only be sold using intercompany feature. You cannot sell concentrate to regular customers. In the upper right corner of each juice, there is a See Recipe feature. You can use this feature to find out what raw materials are needed to produce the finished goods. Each juice has a different recipe than the other. The top part shows the ingredients needed to make a juice, while the bottom part shows the ingredients needed to produce concentrate. This feature also provides information about the price of each required raw materials for each kilogram. Next, it explains the total amount of raw materials needed to produce the juice. There's also information about the cost of each raw materials required to produce one bottle of juice, whether internally produced or externally procured. The cost of each raw material may vary depending on the market price at which we purchase it. The system will calculate the average purchase price for each raw materials we have bought. The lower the purchase price of the raw materials, the lower the cost for each raw materials to produce one bottle of juice. Finally, you can see at the bottom of the raw material section, there is information regarding the total production cost, which means that this is the cost that you have to spend to produce one bottle of juice. Therefore, it is recommended that you sell each bottle above the production cost. If the selling price of one bottle is below the production cost, your company will experience a loss. Going back, for each juice, there is information about how many total juice stocks you currently have. When you want to make a plan, the amount of juice to be produced decreases according to the stock amount. When your planning amount is below or equal to the stock amount, your company does not need to produce juice because the existing stock has met your planning amount. Below, there is information about how much total juice production you have done during one period. And below that is information about how much total semi-finished goods you have done during one period. And the last is information about the total juice you want to plan during that period. Here, I will produce fruit punch 32 O's. We fill in the fruit column. For example, I will enter 200,000. The total plan will automatically adjust according to the quantity we input. After that, we click Save at the bottom right. A pop-up will appear indicating that our planning was successful. After the planning is successfully completed, there is important information to note. When we create a plan that exceeds the available stock, the company will need to produce juice. In this case, the system will automatically run MRP, Material Requirement Planning, and generate a production order.
That's it! You have now learned how to use the Plan Manage Finished Good in business simulation. Thanks for watching and happy learning!